Time is an odd thing. Growing up, I was excited about what the years might hold, about the places I'd visit. I recall childhood moments with my mother on her throne, and my father, a figure of mystery. I remember the rat plague, Mother's passing, and all that happened at the Hound Pits pub. Now this. I just want to put an end to Delilah's reign and get my father back. This house holds her secrets. Delilah pulled herself up from tragedy, grabbing the Empire and changing it to her liking. With Duke Luca Abel, she transformed a coddled dilettante into a schemer who helped her take my throne. She's made herself immortal, and even my father's sword couldn't end her life. I'm going to undo all she's done. And next time, I'll hold on to the things I cherish, just a bit tighter. That's strange. I feel drained by this place. Stilton's sealed off from the rest of the district.
I don't belong here. Insufferable elitists.
Could that be Stilton? The Duke is paying the Howlers to drop food for Stilton.
They drop food for me, in and out, like the wind. I think they're afraid. We'll be getting started soon. The Duke's beloved is coming back. I dreamed the Duke and I were hunting, but the deer had bases. There are whales down in the mines. I hear them howling to one another. Swollen beasts. How did I get so old? Where are the men of my younger days? The dances we had here. Time is leaking, coming out of the walls. It's ruining the carpets. Go to Dunwall and tell the Empress that the Duke is in the garden digging up corpses, and he has learned how to sing. She'll know what you mean. That thing of bones that Ashworth made. It's on the ceiling. I hear it at night. Bones from the deep, far beneath the waves. I think I heard something under my shirt. What's that? Oh, nothing. What time is it? Is it the time I think it is? Someday I'll play the piano for you, Theodanis. That sound is funny. It's so bright in here when I close my eyes. Did I say something?
Collect yourself, Mr.
Warm the
Stilton.
quilts, will you? I feel...
3 years ago, something inside Aramis Stilton snapped like a cheap lock. A part of him and a part of this house never left that evening. The Duke's inner circle are still gathered here, setting their grand plan into motion. Delilah's plan. And a part of Aramis Stilton is always here, still breaking. The Void is not exactly a place, and it's much older and stranger than you could ever know. It watches you from within. And at the heart of Stilton's house, the Void is leaking through a pinprick left behind by Delilah's little trick. Even magic is perverted here, and things don't work like they should. Take this. Imagine it's a kind of timepiece. Go and watch the Duke and Delilah. See for yourself what they did.
Like it's going to be cold tonight. What's wrong with my house? Where are my guards? My servants? Am I alone in here? I'm never alone. Or I'm always alone. Is there bad news from the mines? I can sense it. How many dead? This can't be right. Who has been fooling with the clocks? I'll have their pay docked. The days are burning. Can't you smell it? Right up in smoke! I remember that night, sitting out waiting. I knew it was wrong. That came from Tivia. I'm told it's quite the rage there. I've got to clean up. They'll all see I don't belong among the upper crust. The fine people. Theo? Where are you, my friend? I must speak to you. Let's have tea in the kitchen. I can't stand the way they look at me. Ashworth, Jindosh, and little Luke are grown up. They will never accept me. Not really. She clawed her way back! Ashworth helped open the way! Quiet! The one in the void hears everything. Put that thing away, will you? Grotesque. Yes, yes, I can see it. The others can't, can they?
Before this, he was so worried the old money people would laugh at him. They did. There was a whisper and a groan, strange as the whales in the deep. He hears it still. He was a doubter. He was afraid. That's why his mind was ruined on that night. Stilton looked deeply into the void. He cannot unsee what he has seen. The night this terrible thing happened to him, he wanted to meet with Megan, to confide in her something about the Duke and a lake at night. But he recalls the father, not the son. His eyes see the teetering past and the ruined present, and the moments in between. Once Ernest Stilton knew his name. He worked to improve conditions at the mines. And now this. He is trapped inside himself. Some terrible ceremony echoes through his thoughts. He would pluck out his own eyes if it would help him forget what he saw. Had he not been with the Duke on that night, his life would have been very different. He is singing. Wait, not singing. Some vibration coming from the center of this place. He has no more secrets.
By the void.
Your guests are waiting in the study. The Duke is demanding refreshments, and I can't get in without the combination.
There's a note on the door, Captain Windelbahn.
What? He's out back. I need the code to the study.
It's in his notebook, ma'am, but he keeps it with him.
Thank you, Corporal. Speaking bluntly, I really don't like Stilton's guests. Earlier, I got my ass chewed out by the Royal Curator. What's her name?
You're talking about Brianna Ashworth, I believe.
Yes, that's her. She's an odd one. Anyway, keep up the good work.
Thank you, Captain. I close my locker before coming out.
The only way out of here is through the present, using this timepiece. I can think of better uses for all this wood and wire. A gallows comes to mind. A stopped heart for every tick. Let it run forever. Stilton's home was quite nice before whatever happened.
What am I supposed to do with a request like that? Gooseberry wine in the South?
When no one keeps the rooms clean and dry, a house goes to rot. Stilton wasn't born to all this. Allegedly, he started as a miner.
There's something else you should know. The center of the manor is off limits tonight. Everything around the study.
What's so special about the center of the manor?
Nothing, usually.
Everyone's gotta die.
But the Duke and his party are here tonight, and they don't want to be disturbed. So that entire part of the house is under lockdown by the Grand Guard.
I'm not sure how to take your tone. I assure you I rubbed shoulders with some of Karnaka's best people.
Trust me, you don't want to get tangled up with the Duke and his inner circle. I'm not sure how Mr. Stilton tolerates them, to be honest.
Tossed off at the last minute because he's got more important guests? That's not like Stilton. At least it's the likes of Jindosh and Ashworth, and dare I say it, the Duke himself. I might have gotten shuffled aside, but I'll have a story to tell. You'd never know such an elegant manor could be buried at the heart of an industrial district.
What will change in the present based on what I do here tonight?
Tonight, Tukabel and the others will drink my expensive whiskey and scheme. Jindosh will watch me like a cat with a half-chewed mouse. Ashworth will sneer about how conventional the rest of us are. Missing the obvious, she'll flirt for a while, then put me in my place. I'll sit on my anger, remembering what Theodanis meant to me. I'll tell myself I worked for this honor. I swung a pick in the mines, and now the fine folk are guests in my house. If they want to hold a seance, who am I to say it's nonsense? Whatever happens, I'll regret it. But afterward, Megan's coming by. Talking with her always sets me right.
Megan claims Stilton was a good man, at odds with the Duke.
actually play the harp or the piano?
Not that I ever heard.
What am I doing here then? Why hire a tuner for instruments no one ever plays?
If you ask me, Stilton thinks a harp or a piano is the kind of thing a man in his position should own.
I'm not sure what that means. I've always thought people bought an instrument because they liked music.
Not always. Sometimes it's about appearances. I'm sure it's nothing. Someone just heard a dog bark or something. Of course, now we're all on edge.
This whole business has me on pins and needles. Jumpy as anything.
I have two, and I give him one. I still got me one, but then if I eat it, wait, no, if he eats it, then what?
Be able to get around that, going back into the past. I wonder what I was doing in Dunwall on this night. Or what I am doing.
Do tonight. Starving.
Acting odd-like today. Just staring at nothing.
I don't think the Duke and Stilton are on good terms.
Today feels different. Stilton seems spooked.
Watch yourself up there. Nobody's repaired the balcony yet. If those supports break, I might not be able to catch your heavy ass.
I'm counting on you, ma'am. It might be romantic.
All right.
Mr. Stilton must be a big reader. I saw the books in the study.
Stilton? Hardly. Those are for show.
Why would you buy so many books if you're not even gonna read them?
They're not books. They're symbols of wealth and good breeding. Now, get back to doing your job.
Yes, ma'am. One March.
But this time I really need it.
Oil.
I wonder if I could build one of these large enough to hold Parliament.
No one knows what's happened. Could be anything. Just gotta watch my own back. I'm bored. Man. I'm supposed to be doing can't expect any more than that. I mean, free call. What am I supposed to be doing? Throw it. Drop it gently. It's silver. It's not going to break. I'm not worried about it breaking. You know why the basement's sealed off? Blood flies. Yeah, they should keep the curious away, and we'll come back later to pick up the loot. It's a good, simple plan. So why are you nervous? Dumbass, if you disturb that nest, they'll find our bloated corpses down here a week from now, full of blood fly maggots. Are they that bad? We don't have anything like that at Morley. Trust me, they're that bad. And this here is the worst I've ever seen.
Tricky. Maybe there's a way around. 3 years from now.
That looks like reinforced glass. Was there a break-in?
Nothing of the sort. We're just renovating for Mr. Stilton.
His windows went out of style? These rich choffers drive me nuts.
Stilton just worries about his home and about how he speaks and dresses. Always afraid of making some mistake, socially speaking.
That's no way to live. Not even comfortable in your own skin. I'll let you get back to it. I've got to get over to one of the other districts. Chest. Bet it's full of fancy clothes and exotic jewelry. I'd love to see the silvergraphs they take here.
Clothes smell like old people. Probably from a charity shop.
Wish I knew how the silvergraph machine works. We could take a picture together.
I want to take Clarissa and the kids to that silvergraph studio not too far from here and have our portrait made. But it's expensive.
There's a brooch or something, maybe made of bone? Ugh, seems weird. I'm not touching that. And, more old clothes.
Be sure to check all the pockets.
Miss Stilton.
long you worked this assignment?
Since the month of Hearst last year. Stilton's all right.
Sheila told me he used to be a miner.
Yeah, but that was a long time ago. He's done really well for himself. Look around.
Well, anyone who has the Duke over for a dinner party or whatever this is, I'd say he's doing well. Someday this will be me.
Oh, I'm sure of it. Seen the kids in 2 years.
Once they say something's amiss, I just can't get comfortable. Everybody's gotta die. Yeah? What? But please, not today.
Can't hear anything. It'd be easier if we could open the door and get closer. You sure the combination you saw doesn't work?
I got a glimpse of Stilton's notebook last month, but he must have changed the combination since then.
Damn. What are they doing?
Come on, someone could show up any minute.
Stop crying. For once, something interesting is happening. If a bunch of drunk aristocrats are having an orgy, I don't want to miss it.
I bet it's a seance, with spirit boards and candles. Stilton invited that eccentric lady from the Royal Conservatory, Brianna Ashworth.
Shit, I heard something. Move.
I need the combination to Stilton's study.
It's gonna be honest, huh?
This whole business has me on pins and needles.
The Grand Guard was protecting Stilton back then. This is the night that things went bad for you, Stilton. part of Stilton's combination is missing.
What has Brianna Ashworth gotten the Duke up to? All this talk of the void, such rubbish.
There's the notebook.
One day, young Luca will go too far. May I live to see that day. Theo, forgive me. When tonight is over, the Duke will have to trust me. I'll know his secrets too well. Or will that make me too dangerous to keep around? No, the Duke couldn't possibly touch me. This city is nothing without the mines. But perhaps he could run them without me, through lackeys and bureaucrats. Everything I've built run like a butcher shop.
Hard times.
What would you think of all this, Theo? Your son is a disaster. But what can I do except serve him the best I can? When the Duke trusts me, I can finally rest easy. After tonight, it will all go well.
Today.
Pressured me into it. I never would have agreed to this ritual, or whatever it is. Sometimes I wonder, is Luca Bell truly his father's son? I should never have agreed to host this event. What was I thinking? Tonight, I'll see Megan, and we'll laugh about all of this. She'll laugh that I was worried over nothing. Sometimes I think I'd rather be down below, working the rock. This huge place. What has it gotten me? Theo's gone like he never even existed. All I've got left are memories and a few statues scattered across the city.
This is to keep you from seeing whatever drove you into a nightmare tonight.
I'm sure of it.
By rendering Stilton unconscious, I changed the past. But how?
I'm working in the good part of town now.
At the gala, they joked loud enough that he could hear. Something about his shoes being the finest Arkane he has to offer. But he carried on. It was nothing he hadn't heard before. He laments hosting their silly seance at his home. He indulges the young Duke because he loved his father. He could afford finer clothing, but even if he wore the finest suit in all the Isles, they would still turn their noses up at him. He stopped trying. There was a time when he tried to impress them, to hide his humble beginnings. But he no longer cares. He never trusted Luca Bell. He seeks only to tolerate him. He hopes the young Duke will grow into his responsibilities. Aaron Stilton, born in squalor on the Isle of Morley. Now, he runs most of the mines at Karnaca. He's worried about something Duke Luca Bell has done. The son is nothing like his father. Stilton devised a mask to help the miners take in less dust as they work. He wants silver, not sick workers. There is a great sadness in him. He misses his friend and confidant, the old Duke, Theodanis. The aristocrats barely tolerate him, but he is not without friends. There was the old Duke, and Megan Foster. He sees the beauty in the mines, rich veins of ore cutting through quartz, great caverns lit by phosphorescent life within the stone. He has drawn up designs that should prevent collapses in the older tunnels. He hopes to implement them soon. And in Stilton, like the ore he mines, there is something of value underneath that gruff exterior. I am tired. How long, my dearest? How long must I endure in this shadow state?
Always. You don't gotta say it twice.
Vice Overseer Byrne. If only you could see this. You'd have nightmares. Things seem to be the worst here. The two times are overlapping now somehow.
To begin. Where's Stilton? I should never have kept him on just because he and my father were close.
What we're about to attempt has never been done. It's beyond my understanding, and certainly beyond yours. If anyone has any doubts, set them aside now.
This defies rational understanding. It's the frayed edge where natural philosophy crosses over into something else.
Yes, I can feel it. We risk madness.
All of you, Delilah is your rightful empress. You owe her this.
Delilah's stronger than before. The Duke and I have heard her voice, whispering to us. And now it's time, so take your positions. Focus on the void behind the world. You can feel her power, can't you?
By the stars. This is more exciting than any orgy I've ever attended. Do it now!
Here, returned from the cold, from forever.
She lives.
How curious. It seems to have worked.
My spirit is safe now, inside this thing. Luca, you must lock it away.
I thought we'd lost you.
Brianna, Luca, I will never abandon you. Wait! You are hidden, but I know who you are. I know when you are. You've come to watch me return, and someday I'll come for you.
The void beyond the world is strange. I won't ever understand all I've seen.
By the stars. This is more exciting than than any orgy I've ever attended.
Wonder how much time I have before Mr. Stilton returns home. I want to beat out the rugs, but the dust makes him cough.
Too many years in the silver mines. But go ahead, he won't be back until very late tonight. He's throwing a party for one of the miners who's retiring.
They broke the mold when they made old Aramis Stilton.
Yeah, so true. It's really the man's heart that's made of silver.
Has a wrinkle. Do it yourself then if it's gotta be so bleeding perfect.
Be on your way, now!
The familiar part of this is starting to feel dodgy. Can't believe this place.
Running around over there.
Who's gotta clean it up? Me, of course, as always.
Weren't you working another excavation site?
I was, but the wife's pregnant again.
Oh, lovely. I didn't know. Congratulations.
Thanks. Stilton's giving me some time off.
Nice one. I guess someone else will have to operate the bore wheel.
Yeah, but Yvonne's good. And Stilton's always one step ahead. Got the new mine engineering figured out. No collapses in a long while. That?
I shouldn't have eaten that. Now I'm paying. That's what happens when you're half-starved all the time.
don't care what's going on.
It's blood ox stew tonight.
Very edges of the void. But this one is special. It's the place where my throat was cut 4,000 years ago. This is where my life ended, and where it began again. It's where they made me.
This part of the void feels older.
Right up until the end, I thought I'd find a way to escape. I fought, but the rooms only cut my skin, so I went limp. And then the knife touched my throat, and I knew I'd waited too long. The blood ran out, and I became a god. Now you know Delilah's secret. At the end of her days, she drifted through the void and should have been lost forever. But her will and cunning are second to none. She found this place, the island in the void where I became what I am. It changed her, and she discovered a way to draw from it, tapping into the power here. Delilah is a part of me now, and I don't like it. You have to give Delilah credit. She tore out a piece of herself and hid it away, inside a thing made of bones. She's made herself immortal. If you want to kill Delilah, you're going to have to find her spirit and give it back to her. Reaching it won't be easy, but what comes after that might be the hardest thing you will ever have to do.
The world contains more mysteries than I imagined. Now to meet up with Sokolov again at the skiff, after a very strange day.
Why'd they slow down flow 4? Did Marco say? Apparently the family committee made a request. Too much dust was pissing down. At least Stilton listens to them. More than I can say for the Grand Guard.
Yeah, the Duke is rotten and it spreads out from there. But Airman Stilton is a good man.
I'll tell him you said that. He drinks at my brother's pub.
He knows we appreciate him. Karnaca has problems, but it could be a lot worse here in this district.
Oh, we've been able to keep the shift hours at 10. Anything longer and miners make mistakes. Without Stilton's support, this district would have fallen into anarchy by now.
There's word that by next month, everyone in the mines will be issued one of Stilton's new air masks. Things could be worse, I guess.
You up for a beer later?
This is the Duke of Secundus.
Not this time.
At the request of Aramis Stilton, I'm told I need to present another set of awards to critical mine workers this month. It's for safety. Certainly not productivity this time. You should all thank Stilton. The only one of you lazy rich worth anything. Back to work, all of you.
Sure.
If you get approval for the new ventilation shaft, it'll mark a real victory. More air means less dusty lung. Without Aramis, we'd be cooked. Someone who actually understands what it's like to work the mines. Poor Ricardo misses the food from Bastillion. Workers from all across the Empire. Every city represented.
Lucia Pastor, right? You really think you could make a difference here?
Considering who you are, I don't know whether to feel honored that you recognize me, or to yell at you for propping up the Duke while he's shitting all over Serkonos.
And who do you think I am?
I'm not stupid. Whether the newspapers and the posters in the street are right or wrong, I know who you are. And I hope you're here to end Luca Abella's tyranny. Either way, we haven't been sitting around waiting for you to clean up your mess.
Sounds like you have a plan.
No, nothing that solid. Not yet. But I believe the Duke will fall, eventually. All I can say is that when you reach the Grand Palace, just be aware that not everyone there is your enemy. Trust your judgment.
All right. I'll remember that.
Anyway, good luck. There's still a chance to make something new here in Karnaca. Something that serves everyone, not just some rapacious bastard with a title. There's always so much to do. So little time to think. The mining families in the district work as hard as the miners. Kids to feed, sick people to care for, homes to run. The families we represent are very poor, but aren't afraid of hard work. Good people.
Stilton agreed to a meeting with the woman heading up the family committee. What's her name again?
Lucia Pastor. Well, she's supposed to talk to Stilton soon about new safety rules for the mines. Fewer hours for the children working down there, too.
Why does Pastor care in the first place? She isn't one of us. Never seen her carrying a pick or a shovel.
There's a rumor that she was in love with a miner. Someone who died in an accident. They say his body's still under the mountain, buried in silver.
I think Lucia Pastor just has a good heart and a strong will.
Well, if Stilton listens to what she has to say, instead of following every idiotic request coming from the Grand Palace, I won't complain.
Stilton's not a bad man. I bet things would be a lot worse without him running the mines. With the city at the edge of disaster, it's taken everything we've got to maintain decent conditions in the mines. Duke Bella's nothing like his father. We'd be at his mercy without Stilton.
The Duke would be grinding the families here into nothing if he was left unchecked. It's good to know that some people care about what's going on in the mines.
Day's work. That's a laugh. How would she know what a full day's work looks like?
Maybe no one else will even notice, but things have changed here. For the better.
What's coming to him, Megan? Leaders rise and fall. Even the greatest problems are resolved in time. During the plague years, for many it was impossible to imagine a world without sickness and quarantine, without hives, burning corpses.
Yeah, I remember. And I hope you're right.
Hope is important, even when it seems improbable.
You're back. That was quick. Sorry I couldn't take you to see Stilton myself. But I guess you found the place. Years back, Stilton was always quiet about the Duke. I never figured out just why.
Remember what you saw here when you're back in Dunwall, Emily. My final lesson, perhaps.
Lucky for the miners, Aramis Stilton does all he can against the Duke's destructive ways. Let's get back to the dreadful whale.
Are you ready to leave? The dust is wreaking havoc on my throat.
Yes. I found a way to get around Paolo and Byrne, and I've been to Stilton's house. Let's go. Corvo always said, no survivors is the surest way. By killing Stilton, I changed the past. But what will be different?